Online classes. Amazing, right? You get to be in the comfort of your room all day. You don't have to get up 2 hours before your class starts.
Okay!
No going out in the cold, no public transport. You can even attend your classes from your warm and cozy bed.
Al lado de los 3 puntos, Sebastián, pero Sebastián.
What's better than that, right? Well, except when you've been logging in and out of the class for the past 2 hours because your internet is just as steady as your emotional state, and your siblings won't stop running around the room while you're trying to do a presentation that's worth 40% of the course.
¡Ahí le vas a dejar porque ahí no... ¡Coño, no me vas a dejar esa mierda ahí!
And your computer sounds like it needs an oxygen tank when it's running more than one app at the same time. And well, on top of that, you could add that the whole world is going through a global pandemic or whatever, an economic crisis, your parents are stressed out, you are stressed out, your cat is stressed out, and it's just overall not a great time to be alive.
Right.
But let's start from the beginning, shall we? So, we all know what's been going on in the world, right? So, at the beginning of 2020, due to the coronavirus, we all had to take a step back and stay under quarantine, which means online classes. The beginning was a bit chaotic, I do have to say,
No, no va bien, no va bien. Va mal, va mal. No, fenomenal, no, va mal.
but I feel like by now we're sort of used to it, right? However, this situation could have definitely been handled better. Let's be real for a second, okay? We are not a first world country. We are not Finland or Denmark or any other well developed country. Not everyone has access to the internet. Not everyone has the equipment necessary to continue their studies from their homes as if nothing happened. Not even teachers were prepared to go through this. So, how can we expect education to be good enough for the students? Spoiler alert, it is not. In this whole internet issue, we've been known, right? We've been known. This is not news for anyone. There are a lot of families that just don't have access to the internet because they either live in a rural area where there are no antennas or they just simply can't afford it. Because guess what? Many people in Chile still struggle each month to make ends meet, and for some families, internet is just not affordable. And before the pandemic even started, there were already children that had to take 1 or 2 hour long walks through dirt roads to get to school. And now those kids have to climb up the roofs or go up a hill to get some connection. Maybe we were just not as ready as they made us believe we were to face this crisis. But of course, my point with all of this is not just to simply sit here and bash on online education and how the government has poorly managed this crisis. No. My point is that what's happening right now just paints the perfect picture of what our educational system is: unfair and unequal. And like I just said, there were already thousands of children struggling to access education. Those children already existed, they were already struggling. The only thing that changed is that now everyone gets to see it. It's not invisible anymore. It can't be denied anymore. We can't just simply sweep them under the carpet. And now it's in your face because it is a reality, and it has been a reality for far longer than we care to admit. What we're witnessing right now is just evidence of one bittersweet truth. And that is that in Chile, if you want quality education, you gotta have money. And that's it. I mean, let's just take a look at the best average results for 2021 PDT tests for universities. Not that these tests necessarily represent intelligence, but it does reflect school education. And what a coincidence that the best results happen to be in the wealthiest areas. And a lot of them are private, don't say. And we could say, oh, but the pandemic has affected everyone economically. Well, yes, but no. Because, newsflash, poverty was already an issue before 2020. Salaries were still mediocre and people were still neglected by the government before the pandemic began. So, truly, this coronavirus thing has only made these things visible for everyone to see. And we can see we're no Eden's happy copy, we're more like a sad, dry piece of grass. And yeah, I know this is starting to sound a bit too sad, too hater, but what I'm trying to get across is that the educational system is broken. And this pandemic in the online modality has only made it more evident than ever. And it has widened the gap that already existed between people who have money and people who don't, which, at the end of the day, it sadly results in people who can access quality education and people who cannot. And that is the truth.